guys. So, a lot of stuff has been going on since the last time we saw each other. So, are you surviving homeschool? Listen, it has been a challenge. Even with those tips that I gave you last time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check the iCards or in the description below and you'll find out what I'm talking about with those other great tips I gave you. But it has been, like I said, a challenge. But we have made it through 2 weeks of remote learning and we have survived. So today I have some additional tips for you. I have 10 more. 10 more, yes. So, hang on and I'll get those to you. Alright guys, so like I said, it has not been the easiest transition. However, we've made it. I have been my kids' administrative assistant. I have been their tech lady. I have been EVS. But through it all, we did it. And I have 10 more tips for you to help it be a little easier, hopefully for you and your kiddos. So, I have them written down so I don't miss anything, okay? So, tip number 1. Make sure your kiddos have all the necessary materials that they need for the day. So, make sure the Wi-Fi looks good, pencils, pens, notebooks, anything that they're going to need for their entire school day. Make sure that you have it close by and accessible. I even suggest the night before maybe rebooting your system so that your computer is refreshed and ready to go the next day. Tip number 2 is reduce your background noise. So a lot of us get distracted easily. So guess what? Your kiddos are going to probably get distracted easily too. So reduce your background noise as much as possible. If you need to make a phone call or whatever it is that you need to do, try to remove yourself from their area to do what you need to do if it's going to cause extra noise. Because you really want them to stay focused as though they're in a classroom. It's not totally possible because they're not there, but you want to do the best that you can. So reduce that noise so that the kiddos can focus. 3. Encourage your kids to participate. Tell them to raise their hands when they know the answer to the question. Get involved as much as possible. A lot of times when you become focused, truly focused on something, you zone in and it makes you feel like you're really there. So encourage those kiddos to participate and raise their hand and get involved with classroom activities. Whatever the teacher is asking them to do, get them to really dive in and get involved. Number 4, make sure all work is complete. So this is new for a lot of us, right? I mean, a lot of the teachers haven't done this before. A lot of us haven't done this before. So, you know, some things can fall through the cracks because we're not used to doing it this way. So, at the end of the day, at the end of the school day, just make sure that your children have completed all their assignments that have been assigned to them. Check with your child's teacher. Develop a way of contact, whether it is email, whatever system that they have. Maybe it's texting. I know with our school we do class dojo. So we can message each other back and forth. All of the teachers are connected. The parents have access to all of the teachers, so we can message each other. So just find that way of contact and stay on top of it with the teachers. Ask them what they have planned for the week, and just, work things out. Stay connected with the teachers. And 5, use the resources available. Most schools have resources, computer resources, apps, that kind of thing. Find out what's available for your kids. And, we have things like Epic and Seesaw. So see what's available through your school and sit down with your child and go through some of these extra activities just to enhance what they're learning from their teachers. It's just like extra practice. It's little fun things that you can do to just enhance the learning experience. Number 6, every child is going to be different. My two are total opposites. But you have to know your kid. And so number 6 is learn what motivates your child. When you find out what motivates your child, that can be a very powerful thing. Because once you can motivate them to love the art of learning, there's no stopping them. So learn what motivates your kiddo and nourish that, encourage that. And number 7, if your child has breaks in between his or her classes, step away from the computer. Go to a window, look at the scenery, just rest your eyes, or go to the door, go outside, get some fresh air. Do something away from the computer to just kind of break it up a little bit, rest those eyes, give those eyes a breather, so that they can stay fresh for the next subject and ready to learn. Number 8, stay off of social media during school time. Even if you have breaks, stay off of it. It is so addictive. You get in there and you start on one thing and then you flow to the next thing and then you lose track of time. We want our kids to stay on task. We want them to be on time for each subject, to be ready for their teachers and the learning. So let's not do anything that's going to make us lose track of time. And speaking of track of time, let me tell you what I do with my kids. If they have a 10-minute break, we set a timer that kind of helps to keep them aware. So if their teacher says you have a 10-minute break, then we set the timer for 8 minutes. So they're not rushing to go sit down just in time for class, and there's not a lot of rushing and running, and we want to stay calm and connected, ready to go. So we set a timer for a little less than whatever their break time is, and we stay in the flow of things. Number 9, have a set time for homework. So I know a lot of us, when we pick our kids up from school, we have snack time, and then it's homework time, or whatever it is that you typically do when you pick your kids up from school or they get off the bus. You have a routine. They need a routine, even though they might not be in school but 4 hours or 5 hours because of remote learning. they still need to have a set time that, okay, you've had your break, now let's sit down and let's complete homework. And number 10. Number 10 is do an emotional check-in with your kiddos every day. At least the younger ones. Just check and see how they feel about how the day went. Is there anything that they didn't understand? That kind of thing. Doesn't have to be deep detail, but you know your kids. And then for the older kids, maybe once a week do the same thing. See if they need anything, if there was anything that they did not understand, that kind of thing. Alright guys, I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments if you like these tips, if you have tips, and give me that thumbs up if you like this kind of content. Alright, thanks for stopping in, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.